Welcome back, everyone, to our playthrough of the career mode here in NASCAR Heat 2. So let's go ahead and get started by taking a quick look at the standings. You can see here in the Truck Series, in our first full season, we have 2 wins, which gives us 10 playoff points and a total of 231 points. So we're ahead quite nicely already in the point standings. You can see the points are pretty tight looking back through the field from there on back, but we have a nice 15-point lead at this point in the season. All right, then we take a look at the schedule. What do we have coming up? Well, our next race, the race we're going to be doing in today's video, is at Gateway. Then next we go to Iowa, Kentucky, and then Eldora. So a very interesting mix for the next 4 races. I'm excited and ready to get going. So without any further ado, let's head to the racetrack. All right, here we go. So we are starting in 10th position. And let's see what happens. I'm still a little worried about... Okay, yeah, they're all over me. They're bumping and banging already. So I'm trying to stay out of everybody's way right now until we can get going, because I don't trust the AI at all at any track, much less one where there's a lot of braking. So we're just going to try to mind our P's and Q's here and get through these first couple laps. We got 21 laps to do our business. All right, I have no idea if there's somebody to my inside. All right. It's back. Oh, there we go. We're getting hit again. All right, now finally he tells me something. Our spotter. I kept waiting for him to tell me if we were clear inside, because that's where I want to be. All right, again, we're going to play this very conservative. My goal is always at these races to make contact with no other cars. That's not usually possible entirely, but my aim is to get as close to that as I can. Oh, good gracious. Like when he does that and cut right in front of me, that's kind of hard to stay off of. All right, actually, I'm pretty happy with the start of this race. Now, granted, we haven't made up very many spots. We've made up a grand total of 1, but it's been fairly uneventful. No huge wrecks, nothing I've had to avoid, anything like that. So from that perspective, I'm pretty happy. All right, so Gailey is not going to let me inside of him. So we'll try the outside here a little bit, see what we've got. All right, yeah, that's what I thought. We were 3 wide, so. Ooh, they're slowing down quite a bit going into this corner. All right, so far there's really no way for me to get a rhythm. Too much traffic. We're going to stick with it and see what we can get. Maybe this is as much as we're going to get. Maybe 8th position is our max. Time will tell. All right, again, pretty good racing right now. All right, looks like he's going to give us the bottom. And he does. Thank you very much for the room. So far, so good. We're up to 6th position. So as always, the main thing that we're looking for here is good, clean racing, which is what I find fun. I'm not really interested in the demolition derby style of racing. Ooh, I gotta start paying more attention to the track. But I'm not interested in the demolition style of racing where you just knock guys out of the way for positions and that whole thing doesn't appeal to me at all. I'm interested in racing where everybody gives each other room. Now, when it comes down to the end of the race, yes, I get very aggressive at the end of the race, but that does not include moving people out of the way for a position, because I have a very simple philosophy about racing. If I have to hit you or touch you in any way to pass you, then it means I can't pass you, because anybody can run into somebody else to move them out of the way and pass them. I'm not interested in that. I want to actually pass you by outmaneuvering you with either speed or strategy or something. But I'm not interested in hitting you to make a pass. All right, so as you can see, we've now pulled in. We're here finishing up lap 8. We've pulled in on the top 5. And so far, so good with everything. I'm going to drive this thing in there pretty hard.
Clear low, stay low. Hold your line. Clear.
All right, so we get the all clear. So now we've passed 5th, at least for now. Let's see if he comes back on us on the straightaway. So far, so good. All right, Crafton, pretty slow here mid-corner. Might be able to get around him on the outside. No, not quite. He's going to have enough to pull me down the straightaway.
Steady. Clear all around.
All right, so we got the position on him and cleared him for 4th now. So we see the top 3 in front of us, and we've got, looks like 11 laps to get there. So let's see what we've got for the top 3 now. Like these guys are fighting for the lead up ahead of us. I can't see. Yeah, they're definitely close to each other. I couldn't tell if maybe they were just running a different groove on the straightaway, but yeah, they're definitely right there together. And second position is definitely trying to take the lead. Meanwhile, Truex looks like he is just stalking the 2 of them. All right, we got a nice run on him there. He didn't get through turns 1 and 2 very nice. All right, so my goal here is to stay close enough to him that we can get him on the entry to turn 3. And let's see. Nope, he's going to cut me off there. Yeah, we just don't have the horsepower to get him coming off right there. So we'll back up and we'll try this thing again another time. Like right now. Woo. Really slowed it down right there, trying to make sure I stayed off of him. But that was plenty, so now we have moved into 3rd. All right, so it looks like Briscoe is in 2nd. I can't tell who that is in 1st. It kind of looks like Christopher Bell, just from what little bit I can see of the truck. So that would make sense. These are definitely 2 of the faster trucks in real life. So if that's what it is, then that would make sense. All right, so we got a good run on them here. So this moves us in a little bit closer. Although it's very clear that Briscoe wants nothing to do with being passed on the inside. And I'm going to run just a little bit higher through most of this corner. All right, so we are right on Briscoe going down the corner. We're going down the straightaway now. You can see he pulls ahead. I'm going to pull to the inside.
Steady.
He drove it in pretty hard there. But we're going to be able to clear him coming off, and he's going to fight back, I'm sure, because I didn't get off that corner particularly well. But it looks like we're going to be able to maintain our spot. All right, so we've got a good run through this corner. You can see we're pulling nicely ahead of now third place. So we're able to focus entirely on Bell. 6 laps to go. Let's go a little bit higher and see if we can get a good run and pull up to him. Not necessarily making the pass here, but get as good a run as we can. And if nothing else, we'll plan on trying to get to him in turn 1.
Still a car out there.
All right, if we can pin him down right here, we'll have a good shot going into 1. Because he's going to pull back on us down the straightaway, which is what I'm expecting. Now I'm going to try to drive it in a little bit deeper into turn 1. All right, let's see if we can hang with him on the outside. All right, so far so good. Does he come back on us? All right, he's pulling up to us. No, he's there, but he's not quite there far enough. All right, so we've got the lead. Now our goal is to see if we can't stretch it out a little bit on him. How many laps left? 4 laps. Let it drift up in the corner there. That's just a little bit more fun. It's definitely not the fastest way around, but it's a little bit more fun. Coming to 3 laps to go. And we're cruising pretty good here. Again, let it drift up in the middle of turns 1 and 2, get right back to the throttle. Don't really have to worry about running best lap times here. Lap times are definitely not close to the fastest that I've put in on this track. Just having a little bit of fun. That's what the career mode's all about. Now that specifically, we know that the challenge for us is in making up our own challenges and doing some different things. All right, so we're coming up on lap traffic. Shouldn't be an issue here with only a couple to go. See who this is in front of us. So many of these trucks have similar paint schemes to me that I can't, and I'm not familiar enough with them to be able to tell them apart easily. So, okay, Snyder. Okay, Mike Snyder. All right, so he runs a nice line there. Gives me plenty of room on the outside. Boyd, I figured he was coming down to the bottom, so I didn't really want to crowd him. All right, he's giving us plenty of room on the outside. And we should be able to bring home the victory with ease. All right, so very nice. I was impressed there with, especially at the beginning of the race. I wanted to give the AI time to, sort it out and try to get single file as much as possible and not go crazy with trying to make passes any quicker than we needed to. We had plenty of time in the race to get to the front if we were going to have the speed to get there. So, and I was pretty happy. They gave me room, more or less. Now the first corner was pretty bad. They beat and banged quite a bit there for the first couple of corners when everybody's all wound up tight. But throughout the race, everybody gave each other room, so that was pretty good. All right, so we end up winning by, I think it was a little over a second. Let's see what it said. Yeah, about 1.3 seconds. So we were able to pull out a little bit. All right, so we take home $34,000 for the win, $7,500 for our contract, and now we're closing in even more on that $1 million mark. So that now gives us 3 wins on the season. Of course, playoff points, 5 for each win, so a total of 15 playoff points. And now we're really expanding our lead Christopher Bell in second, who also, I believe, finished second in this race. But now we're definitely filling out a bigger lead, which is not what I wanted. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to think some more about some options of things we can do in the future and see what we can do to maybe foster a little bit more competition than what we're getting right now. Having 3 wins at this point in the season is more than I would prefer to have. But again, that's something we'll think about going forward. We're still in the trucks. We still have Xfinity and then finally Cup. So my goal is to get it right as soon as I can and have the right amount of competition. But we got a little bit of time to work through this. All right, so let's go ahead and finish the event. We'll head back to the main menu and see what we've got there. So we're now 3 races in to our next incentive contract, which we will not fulfill for sure because we're not going to have top 5s in every race, I don't think. All right, so we got a next hot seat offer. Let's see what we get. Xfinity car, 4-star team, looks like JGL Racing. We could use your help driving the number 28 car at Michigan this Saturday, get a top 15 finish, and we might consider working with you in the future. Okay, so we got a 4-star team interested in us, and they need a top 15 finish. Very nice. Very nice. But we'll have to hold on until our next video to take a look at that and see how that works out. For now, thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned next time for more career mode playthrough here in NASCAR Heat 2.